Good morning or good afternoon, depending when you're watching the video. Hey, we're going to do the mineral lab together today. You learned some things about minerals. You learned ways that we test them. They learned about Mohs hardness scale, right? 10 being the hardest mineral on the planet, a diamond, and 1 being the softest mineral called talc, also made into baby powder, talcum powder. Um, and then we're going to look at some other ways we identify minerals, and I know you did that a little bit with the gizmo yesterday. But first, let's look at, we've got mystery minerals. So your document today looks like, your document today looks like this. And you're going to be filling this chart in as I go and test all these minerals. In addition to that, after you test that, you'll notice that the link that says right here, click here, will give you this flow chart. And after we're done testing the minerals, you're going to go through the flow chart and try to figure out what they are. Okay, this is really a yes or no situation. So yes or no, is it non-metallic or is it metallic? So you either go to metallic if it has metallic luster or this way, and then you just problem solve from there. We'll go through that at the end as well though. All right, on video number 2. All right, so let's get to testing. Here's our testing materials. We do a couple things. One, we want to know how hard the mineral is. So we've got a few testing things. We've got fingernails. They're about 2.5. A penny here is somewhere around 4. Steel nail is about 5.5. And our glass is about a 7-ish, 6.5 or 7. So all those are testing for hardness. We're also going to look at the color. We're going to look at the streak. Now the streak is the color of its powder. So streak is as simple as we rub it against a plate and see if it leaves a color of its powder. We got 2 different streak plates depending on the color of the mineral itself. We also might see if they're magnetic, right? Because magnetic things, that's a giveaway of a certain kind of mineral if something's magnetic. And that's really about it. So let's get to it. First mineral number 2, is this guy right here. I would say that this mineral definitely does not look like shiny metal. It's not metallic. So it has non-metallic luster. Its color is pink. We're going to look at its streak. So I'm going to first test it on this streak plate, on the black one. Oh, look at that. It's got a white streak. And then we'll test it for hardness. First fingernail. Fingernail scratches, it's soft for sure. Nope, hurt my fingernail. How about this penny? Will it scratch the penny? And we'll get that face right there and give it a little scratch. Oh yeah, big old scratch on the penny right there. So it's definitely harder than the penny. And I'll see if I can scratch the nail. Nope, it's harder than the nail. And we're going to call this one hard then, and I might as well test it on this glass plate. And it will not even scratch. Doesn't look like it'll scratch that glass plate either. So this is definitely hard. That's item number 2. Sample number 3. Jumping right to that. This one's kind of unique, and it's got a, it's kind of tricky. And here's what's tricky about it. You look at it and you're like, okay, I don't think it has metallic luster. But if I look at it under a magnifying glass, you see all those little sparkly areas? It does have metallic luster. It is rusted. It's literally oxidized, so it kind of diminishes it. So we're going to call it metallic luster. Some people might call it earthy as well, but it's definitely got some metallic streaks to it. You can even see it right there when you see the little bend on it. All right. It is reddish in color. Let's look at its streak. Oh, look at that. Big old reddish streak. And hard or soft. Well, let's jump right to, in order to speed things up, I'm not going to test all of them. I'll just go fingernail. Nope. Will it scratch the glass? Oh, it did scratch the glass. This is definitely a hard one. So, number 3 was hard. Number 4, here we'll take a look at this. Oh yeah, that looks like shiny metal to me. I would call that definitely metallic luster. And let's check. The color of it is gold. It's definitely a gold color. And its streak, this is kind of a tricky one. Let's look right here. I'm going to do the streak. Wait a minute. That doesn't match. That's gold in color, but it's got a black streak. Interesting. Black streak. And hard or soft. So let's jump right to the glass. Fingernail, then glass. Nope, no fingernail scratching. And will it scratch the glass? Not quite. So it's a little softer than the glass. But let's see if this will scratch it. And it's harder than the nail. So it is definitely hard. All right. That was sample number 4. Sample number 5 over here. Here is the crystal form of a one. This is kind of a cool crystal shape. It is 6-sided. If you look at it from the end, 6-sided, kind of neat. This is the most common mineral on the planet, but we're definitely going to call it non-metallic. It looks shiny, but it's more like glass. Eventually we'll get to more lusters, and we call this a glassy luster. Looks like shiny glass. It is non-metallic. It is colorless. There's absolutely no color there. And let's see what color its streak is. Oh, look at that. It's got a little white streak. Yeah, the color white. So the streak is white. And fingernail? Nope. Let's jump to the glass, because if it scratches the glass. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Big old scratch right there. That one right there on the glass. Harder than glass, so that's strong. So we're going to call that one hard. All right, that was sample number 5. Sample number 8. Sample number 8, I'm going to call this non-metallic. It is, again, it's going to be shiny, kind of like glass, but that does not look like shiny metal. It looks like shiny glass. So we're going to call it non-metallic. Its color is black. This is a really cool one, actually. Its color is black, and let's see what kind of streak it has. Oh, again, big old white streak. So it's non-metallic, black, it's got a white streak, and this one, I mean, look at it, it's falling off on my fingers. This one is really, definitely soft. I can scrape it right underneath my fingernail. This one is soft. All right, that was sample number 8. Sample number 10. Ooh, I like number 10. It has some unique properties. But let's look at number 10. Number 10, non-metallic, maybe more of that glassy luster, but it's definitely non-metallic. It is colorless. It's right, kind of clear in color. Let's look at its streak. Oh yeah, definitely a white streak. And where are we? Oh, and hard or soft. So let me just see. Oh man, I can scrape. Looks like I can almost scrape it with my fingernail. A little bit. Let's just jump to the next thing up, the penny. Can the penny scratch it? Oh yeah, look at the penny just made a big old scratch on it right there. So this is definitely a soft mineral. I'm going to do one more thing for you. Salty. Tastes like salt. Delicious. Like salt. So that has definitely a special property. It does taste salty. All right. Sample number 11. Sample number 11. This one's a little tricky. If you look real closely, you see how shiny metal it looks like. And if you were to look through it through a hand lens, you'd see that as well. That you definitely are getting some shininess. That is metallic luster. Its color is black for the most part. And let's check its streak. Oh yeah, big black streak right there, that one. So the streak is black. This one, let's see. No fingernail. Ow. Let's jump right to the glass, see if it'll scratch glass. Oh, no, won't scratch glass. Oh, though, wait a minute. It is scratched by the nail. Oh, yeah, right there. So it's hard. Okay, barely scratched the nail in it, kind of we're fighting. Harder than the penny. We're going to call this one hard. All right. One more thing. This one also has some special properties. And I haven't been testing that all the way along, but I should. Look at that. It is magnetic. This one has property that it must have some iron in it, because we know that iron is magnetic. All right. 2 left. Number 12. Number 12. Wow. That's really heavy. That's a special property. This one's really heavy. It definitely has metallic luster. Looks like shiny metal. Its color... this one's really a hard one. I don't know what to call this. I'm going to call it gray or black. I think it's hard to tell. Let's look at its streak. Definitely has a black streak. Kind of silver in color, super heavy, grayish in color. And let's see hard or soft. Let me take my fingernail here. Oh, wow. I think this one's pretty soft. Oh, yeah. You notice all my table has a whole bunch of this little pieces of shiny metal on it. So this one's definitely soft, and special property, it is very heavy. Number 12. Last one, number 13. Number 13 here is kind of fun. I'm going to pick it up, take a look at it. It is metallic in luster. It's kind of like shiny metal. It's black in color, sort of, like a gray-black, yeah. It has, let's see what streak it is. Oh, look at all that. That tells me it's really soft. See how much of it peeled off of there? It almost feels greasy, so I'd say greasy feel. It definitely feels like grease. Oh, look at my fingers. Weird. That's crazy. Let's do this. There we go. That's crazy, man. What is that stuff? Crazy. Look at it writes. Wow, crazy. Okay, moving on. It is greasy in feeling, black in color. It has a gray streak, like a charcoal gray streak. And I'm telling you, it's soft. It's rubbing all over my fingers. I don't need to test it much further. All right, so that was sample number 13. Now, please open up the flow chart, go through the flow chart, and try to determine what the name of the various minerals are. I will come back in a little bit with the next video, and we will go through these answers real quick. All right, peace.